before Barcelona, before Charlie Richard, and before the famous contract offer written on the napkin, Lionel Messi was just a very small boy from Rosario. Others grew, and he did not. And wherever he played football, he was always the smallest player on the pitch. La Pulga was his nickname from that period of his life. And what a fitting way to describe the tiny boy with all the talent. The Flea. Nicknames in football are strange. They're well known, and most people understand why they exist, but how often are they actually used? La Pulga didn't score all of those goals from Barcelona and Argentina. Messi did. They chanted his name at Camp Nou, not his nickname. Fair enough, but they are still ideas to play with, and in Messi's case, fun ways of visualizing and describing his preposterous talent. Messi would spend most of his childhood with an undiagnosed case of growth hormone disorder. When he was finally diagnosed at the age of 11, he was just 4'2" in height. And it's not difficult to imagine why he was La Pulga then. All that skill and ability, the quick ball movements and elusiveness, and all of that contained with a frame too slight for anyone to get a proper grip on. When he signed for Barcelona on that napkin at the age of 13, part of the agreement involved the club paying for his treatment and the injections of human growth hormone that he required to reach average height. I had heard. He would grow and his nickname would evolve with him. The Spanish press christened him La Pulga Atomica, or the Atomic Flea, which wasn't quite as catchy and hasn't really stuck, but still described his playing style in a further layer of detail. Messi wasn't just elusive. He wasn't just ethereal with the ball at his feet, and he didn't just score and create goals with skill and finesse. No, Messi was powerful, and so many of his famous goals prove it. The 2009 run and hit against Malaga was all dribbling wizardry at first, up until the very end, the crescendo moment, when after no backlift whatsoever, the ball exploded off Messi's right foot and into the roof of the Camp Nou net. Wembley, too, in the Champions League final against Manchester United, when he punched the ball in from 20 yards. Nowhere near the corner of the goal, that it still left Edwin van der Sar with no chance at all. That was pretty atomic as well. And that dance through the Athletic Club defence in 2013. Well, those opponents weren't just being bamboozled, they were being muscled and beaten back off the ball. As much as they were fooled by Messi's movement, they also couldn't cope with his upper body strength either. Getafe in 2007 was the same. That finished with an almost nonchalant flick into the net and left a trail of broken defenders littered throughout the entire half of the pitch. How many kicks and hacks did he withstand as he carried the ball forward? Until those very last moments of the goal, arguably his best, Messi really ran in a straight line, scattering opponents with his power. Yes, Leo Messi has many nicknames. Perhaps the right one is just the greatest of all time. But the most descriptive, the one that will allow you to visualize what and who he was decades from now, even if you never saw him play, is probably the original. He is La Pulga Atomica at his very, very best.